In this video, I am going to show you how to generate viral videos for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube using this workflow. And it will be generated from a simple idea like this one. It generates the video idea, then the title and the description, the image style, the voiceover, the transcript, the images. It renders the video and publishes the video all automatically. This is an example.
In a quiet forest where sunlight danced through the leaves, lived a curious little fox named Finn. Finn was known for his bright orange coat and insatiable.
That was fully generated by this workflow. And the best part is that it can be imported with just one click. I just launched a brand new community called the Mental Wealth Community, which will be the central hub for using AI, automation, and how to make money online. Here, we have classrooms like the prompting expert and a lot of templates to start generating videos from day one. And the best part is that here we always help each other. So if you have one question, me or all the community members can help you improve or solve your issues with the workflow. If you want to import the workflow, just go to the one-click setup folder, then click on the download Google Drive link. Click on download. After downloading it, go to n8n and simply create a new workflow. After that, click on the three dots and then click on Import from File. Select the file, and all the workflow will be imported with just one click, ready to start producing videos from day one. Right now, you have to put your own credentials and it will start working. Right now, the community is on a really heavy discount, so I really recommend you to join the community. But if you don't want to join, you can just follow the tutorial and you will have the workflow ready to roll in a few minutes. Let's get started. Let's start with clean workflow. Click here and select Schedule Trigger. This one will work. I will set it up to run one time each day at midnight. You can set it up as you want. That's the workflow. And then let's generate the idea. To do this, click on the plus, then select Basic LLM Chain, and let's rename it to Generate Video Idea. For the source prompt, we are going to define below. Then we are going to type a really simple prompt like animal story. And then for the chat messages, we're going to add a system message to give some guidance to the AI model. If you have questions, you can always go back to the community, then go to the classroom and go to the note. Here is the message. Copy this and paste it here. I like to change it to expression so it's easier to read, like this. To be able to run this model, we have to attach it to one model. So we are going to use the Open Router chat model, which is this one. And I'm going to use GPT-4o Mini, which I think it's great and has a really low cost. For example, I added 10 credits 2 months ago. I still have $6 left, and I use it a lot. To create a new API key, just go to API keys and create a new API key. To add it, just click on create a new credential and paste it, and that's it. Now, let's generate the video idea. Okay, the idea was generated. Now, let's make sure that the length of the video is not larger than we want. I want to have a maximum of 900 characters in the story, so I'll do a check for that, just to make sure that it has what I want. Let's create an if node, and for the conditions, we're going to select the text length. Right now, it's within the limits that I want, so it's excellent. This will resolve to true, but I have to test it. If it's true, it will regenerate again. If it's false, it will continue as I want. Let me create the code node first before continuing and testing it again. This will be a JavaScript node that will process the video prompt. So let's call it like that. We will make sure that it doesn't have anything that we don't want it to have. So just click on process video prompt, copy the function, paste it here, and that's it. To run it, just click on the play button. It will start generating the video idea. It will check the length, and if it passes, it will go this way. If it doesn't passes, it will go the other way. Great. It generated the story correctly. This is the story, and it's within the characters that we wanted. So it's excellent. Now let's generate the title and the description. To do this, we're going to use a basic LLM, chain again. We are going to define it below as we did before. And for the prompt, we're going to select that we want to generate a title and a description from this prompt. And the prompt is what we just passed, which is this text. I want to require a specific format, so it will have to set a model and an output parser. For the model, I'm going to use the same router, which is the Open Router Chat model, but instead of ChatGPT 4.0 mini, because it's not needed, I'm going to use DeepSeek. The free version. To do that, select chat, then free. This one. I'm going to use my Open account, and that's it. Now, for the output parser, I have to select one output parser, which is the structured output parser, which is this one. And for the example, I just have to provide an example as how I want the response to be. So I want a title and a description. This is how I want the response, so I just type a JSON and that's it. Let's test it. Great. A title and a description was generated for the video. So we have that. Now, the next step is to generate the voiceover. For this, we are going to use 11 Labs. So we are going to make an HTTP request to 11 Labs. It is a post request, and the URL, you can find it here. Just copy it and paste it here. For the authentication, select generic credential type, then header auth, then 11 Labs. Make sure to send the body, select the JSON as the format, body type, JSON. Then go back to the community and copy and paste this. Let me explain to you. Basically, it takes the text from the processed video prompt, which is this one, then checks the model ID and the voice settings to make it faster. And that's it. Let's test it. Great.
In a forgotten forest,
And it has 58 seconds. So it's under a minute, like I wanted. Now, let's rename this to text to sound so we know what it does. We could also name it text to audio, text to voiceover, or anything that you want. Now, I'm going to upload it to Google Drive. So I'm going to select a Google Drive now, then upload file, just like that. The input data, it's data, just like this one. And the file name, I'm going to use a function, a small function, just to make a nice file name, which is this one. If you want to know which the function is this one. And then select where you want to store it. I will store it in a folder called Animal Story. Animal Story. That's great. Gonna test it. Excellent. The file was saved. The next step is to grant access. So let's look for a Drive node, a Google Drive node, and then share file. This one. This is really simple. We are going to look for by ID, and the ID is this one. Now we have to assign permissions. We are going to select writer permission and select anyone and select allow file discovery. Let's test it. Okay, it worked. The next step is to download the audio. So we are going to select Drive, then download. Let's call it download audio. For this, the file, we know which file is. We got the ID from here. This is the file. To make it easier to find, let's rename it before running it. Again, this one should be named upload file. The next one should be named grant access to file. And the last one, download audio. Sounds great. Now the naming is incorrect. So let's make sure that we have the correct ID. If it doesn't work for you with item, you can just always use first and it will solve it. Just like this. Let's test it. Okay. It downloaded the audio. Now it's time to transcribe the audio. For this, we are going to use an HTTP request. And we are going to make a call to OpenAI. So let's go to transcribe audio, copy the URL. It's a post request. Let's not forget about that. And let's rename it to transcribe audio. For the authentication, we are going to select a predefined credential type, select OpenAI, then select the OpenAI account, like this one. Now we are going to send the body, which is going to be a form data. And for the parameter types, we're going to type this. And for the value, it's word. Now, we have to add a new parameter called mobile, and the value is whisper 1. We have to add another one, which is the response format, and it's going to be verbose JSON. And finally, we need to add the file. So we are going to select n8n binary file. The name is going to be file. And the input data field name, it's data, which is this one that we just downloaded. And that's it. Let's test it. Great. Now I have the time that each word started and finished. So in started at this time and finished at this time. A started at this time and finished at this time. So now we can create a nice subtitles within the video, which is the point of this. But first, we have to generate the images for the video. To do this, we are going to create a code node like this one, and let's call it 5-second chunks. It will run once for all items, and for the code, let's go to 5-second chunks and copy the code. Basically, what it does is that it joins into words of 5 seconds. So we can generate the images that those 5 seconds represent. Let me show you so it's easier. We know that in 5 seconds, this is the content of those 5 seconds. Then for the next 5 seconds, this is the content. And this goes on and on until the end of the video. Now that we have those chunks, we have to make a split out. So we can generate the images for each one of those chunks. This is really simple. We just have to set the data as the fields to split out. And that's it. Let's test it. I have now 12 items, which are the 12 items from the 5-second chunks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just like that. Now, the next step is to generate the images. To do this, we are going to use a basic OLM chain to generate the prompt. We are going to name it generate image prompt. We are going to use the define below. And for the prompt, we are just going to use the JSON text, which is this. That's everything. Now we have to define and let the AI model know how to behave. To do this, we are going to add the generate image prompt, which is this one here. This transforms to this, so it knows all the context about the story that we are generating. Let's test the step. Oh, I haven't connected a model. I have to do that. For this task, it's a better idea to use ChatGPT 4o Mini. So I'm just going to copy this node and place it here and connect it. And that's it. Now let's run it. And great. Now we have the prompt for all the images that we are going to generate here. Great. I also organized everything so it's easier to understand. I didn't change anything. I just added boxes around the nodes so it's easier to understand. Now let's create the prompt. Let's create the call to generate the images. So we are going to make an HTTP pull request with a post call. And let's rename this to generate images. And the call, it's going to be to runware. So we go here, copy the URL and paste it. For the authentication, select generate credential type, select header auth, and select runware. If you don't have it, you just have to create it. Go to runware and get your API key. For the headers, we are going to select the content type as application.json/JSON. And for the body, we're going to use JSON to define it because it's easier. Let me show you how to define this. Here we are in the runware API app. Just go to models, select the model that you want to use, which is, in this case, Flux. Launch it in the playground, and then type a sample prompt, like sample prompt. Instead of clicking on generate, I will select HD, select portrait, and I want to generate only one image. I want to select the JPEG version, and I want to display the costs. So that's great. Now to get what I have to put, just click on JSON and copy this. Copy and paste it here. Just like this. I modified the width to make it exactly 9:16. And I also added a positive prompt filter, which is this replace, to remove anything that it's not the prompt. And I also added don't show text. We can remove this. This is not needed. This is the model, and this is the output, and it will be an URL. So we are ready to run it. Let's click on test step. Great. Now we have the URL for all the images. And this is the cost for each image. As you can see, it's cents of cents. So a fraction of a cent. Don't worry about it. The next step is to generate a file called as. It's a really weird name, but it works to generate subtitles in the videos. So let's do that. To do that, we're going to create a code node, and let's name it generate as file. Now for the content, we're going to go to generate as file, copy this, and paste it. What it does is that it gets the transcript that we used and change everything about it. It changed the color and anything that you want. Here is the config that you can use to configure everything, like the font size, font name, primary color, fade duration, outline size, and anything that you want to change. Like if you want the text to fade in or pop in, the pop animation, and everything about animating the text for the video. It's completely configurable. Let's run it. At the end, it's the as file, which is this one. It's code based, so it's not easy to understand. You just have to generate it, and that's it. Now, the next step is to create the render script. We already created the text. Now we are going to render everything together, joining the images, the text, and everything together. To do this, we are going to create a code node, and let's rename it to render script. This is the script that renders everything. Let's paste it here and let me explain what it does. Basically, here you have all the configuration for you, the codec, and everything. Basically, what it does is that it gets all the images and have them zoom in during 5 seconds, then fade out and fade in the next image, zoom in, and it repeats again and again. Then it also adds the text overlay during all the video, like we defined in the as file. We select the working directory and the final output name and the duration of each image. And it creates the script that the computer is going to run. So click here, and this is the script. It's a brain bash script. And to run this script, you will have to use a execute command node. So let's create execute command node. And for this, we're just going to drag and drop the command. And it will just execute once. Click on test step. Great, the node executed successfully. So now we just have to get the file from the system. To do this, it's as simple as getting the get file, read files from disk. Select it, and to know the file name, just go to the render script. And instead of the command, we're going to use the other part, which is the file path. So we just paste this here, and let's read, and the output should be put file in field data. And let's test it. Great. Now let's watch the video.
In the heart of a sun-drenched forest, a tiny, timid rabbit named Willow lived among towering trees. She longed to explore the vibrant world beyond her burrow, but her small size kept her anchored in fear. One fateful morning, a fierce storm roared through, uprooting her home and scattering her family.
That's great. And it's exactly 59 seconds. So it works like a charm. The next step is just to simply publish it to YouTube. To do this, just click on the plus sign and select YouTube. Then select upload video. Here is upload a video. Then the title, we have to get it from the generate titles, which is here. Here it is. I didn't rename it, so it's called basic all-lang chain, but it should be named generate table, title and description. So this is the title, which is correct. Now for the region code, we are going to use United States. For the category name, I'm going to select entertainment. And the binary field is data, which is what we got from the write files from disk. Binary data. For the options, we are going to select the description. Let's go back to the basic all-lang chain and drag and drop description. And great, we have the description. Now we can set the status as public, so it's published as soon as we run it. And let's run it. Great, the video was correctly published. Now, if we want to publish it to more social media, we can publish it to TikTok and to Instagram too. To do this, instead of continuing from this one, we can create a new node, making an HTTP request. This will be a post method, and it will be to upload post API, which is this one. If you have questions, you can always go here, select TikTok, and get the URL. Now for the authentication, select generic credential type, header off, and then select upload post. For the body, we are going to select form data. The first one is the title, which we can get from the generation. Title, this one. The next parameter is the platform. So we have to type platform, and the value is TikTok. Let me rename this to TikTok so I don't forget. Now, the next parameter, it's the binary field. The name is video, and the value, it's data, just as this one. And the last one, it's the user that is going to publish. So let's name it user, and the value is minted wealth in my case, but in your case, it will be different depending on what did you set up on the upload post API. I won't test it because I don't want to publish it to TikTok. Now, if you want to publish it also to Instagram, you have to do exactly the same. Instead of doing it again, just copy and paste it this one here, rename it to Instagram. Let's make sure that it's connected by doing this. And instead of the platform being TikTok, just call it Instagram. And that's it. Now the workflow is ready. From generating the video idea, the title and the description, the voiceover, the transcript, the images, rendering the video, and finally, publishing the video. And that's it. The video generated and publish it. If you want to generate a different idea, just change the prompt, the concept. You can change it to something more advanced, simpler, or something different. You can also add music. You can also generate videos instead of images. You can do anything that you want using this workflow. I really hope you liked it. See you later. Thank you.